Wealth, Royalty, Consciousness, Part 2. Hi, I'm teaching a 4-part series on wealth, royalty, consciousness as I understand it from the teachings of Dr. Pillai, my guru. This section, we are speaking about karma, negative karma, money and negative karma. So what is karma? I really didn't have a really good sense of the understanding of karma until I started studying with Dr. Pillai. I understood as a science, I studied science for a while, and I understood the laws of cause and effect. For every action, there's an opposite and equal reaction. To me, that's karma. What I didn't understand was the metaphysical aspect of karma. And what I didn't understand is how the karma was affecting my life, big time. Negative karma. So there's negative karma and then there's positive karma. Most people are experiencing really serious, tremendous degrees of negative karma. And negative karma can go beyond profession, wealth. It goes beyond culture, race, religion, nationality. Negative karma even goes beyond class. So what is karma? What is negative karma? What is the positive karma? And how does it affect your money? Now, in the first video, if you haven't watched it, we spoke about the ancestors. And in this one, we are speaking about money and negative karma, money and karma, money and karma. Through my teacher, Dr. Pillai, I learned that there could be blocks and resistances to my wealth, royalty, consciousness, or my wealth, consciousness, or my ability to create wealth and more money because of negative karma. What I understand about karma now that I didn't understand before is that every thought creates karma. Every word creates karma. Every action creates karma. And I'm very, 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 very careful now about what I'm thinking, what I'm saying, how I'm acting. Because I know that with each and every thought, with each and every word spoken, with each and every action, that I am creating karma. I'm either creating negative karma or positive karma. Now, can you imagine that from the time we are children, all the ways that we have unconsciously, remember we're talking about wealth, royalty, consciousness, unconsciously, unaware that we have created negative karma in our lives, which result in problems with money, scarcity, lack, limitation, chaos in the bank, bankruptcies, mortgages, all kinds of things that happen with the money. You're making progress, going 3 steps forward, and then 2 steps backwards because of something, right? Something hits. What is that? And here's the other thing. We could bring negative karma through our ancestors. That first video shared about soul genetics. We could bring negative karma through our ancestors, and we could bring negative karma from a past life. If you believe in past lives, we can be generating negative karma right now in this moment because of subconscious beliefs. The things that we're thinking. And so subconsciously, the place where we're not aware, that I'm told is driving us, about 90% of what we do, think, feel, experience has to do with what we believe that we're not even aware of that we believe. Because we've all been programmed. We're like, we're computers. Each and every cell in our body is a computer. Our brain is a computer. And so we have been programmed with viruses, like programs that don't fit, that are not according to the universal laws of the higher, of God. Because remember, wealth is our divine birthright. And if we're not experiencing the wealth, then there's a glitch in the program. And most likely, there's some negative money karma happening. There's positive money karma, so you'll know those people who they give and give and give and give and give and give, and they receive and receive and receive and receive and receive and receive, and the more they receive, the more they give, and they're able to bless a lot of people. They live a good life. That's positive dharmic karma, money karma. What we believe about money can really mess us up. For instance, you know, there are a lot of people who hate rich people. They talk bad about them. They hate them. They want to destroy them. They're jealous of them. And all of that creates negative karma for you and your progeny, for you and your legacy. So we have to be really careful about what we're thinking, what we're saying, how we're acting, and also what we're doing with the money. Now, one thing I learned from Master Gibson around negative money karma is, you know, the money that's circulating has touched many hands. And some of those hands, some of that touching of some of that money, whether it's digital or in the hands, have not been applied for the good. There were really serious negative intentions behind that money. If you think about the $1 bill and how often it gets circulated and where it went and what it was used for, you know, some of it was used for good and some of it was used for bad, like serious negative things. And so as we're touching this money and it's circulating, we accumulate that negative, we receive that negative energy. Master Gibson calls it tribulus. For instance, drugs, war. So we have accumulated this negative money karma, and what do we do about it? So that's the thing. How do we dissolve the negative karma? I'm going to give you a tip on that. And how do we dissolve that karma? How do we begin to clear it up? And then also, what do we need to do to not create more negative money karma? Now, here's another thing that I've seen, because I've actually taught on wealth consciousness since for a while, and it wasn't until I received these keys, these important keys from the teachings of Dr. Pillai, my guru, that I started seeing results. Because remember, I've coached multimillionaires, bestsellers, who can make a lot of money and have severe negative money karma behind it, to the point of having to go to prison. So it's not about how much money are you making. It's what the money as it's coming to you, through you, and as you. Is it being used dharmically? Not only to pay your bills and take care of your rent and all that, or your mortgage, but how are you using the money? How is that money being circulated? What is coming out of your mouth about money? What are your beliefs about money? If it's a negative belief, belief system, then you're going to accumulate negative money karma. What's your intention behind the circulation of money or the bringing in of the wealth? Is it to help and serve others? Is it for dharma, or is it for your own purposes, your own addictions, your own self-satisfaction? You know, greed. There's a lot of greed going on around now. A lot. I mean, it's always been there, but post-pandemic, the whole la pandemia, the pandemic itself, just, you know, a lot of people were suffering, and so those who were suffering began to suffer more financially, and then those who were greedy became even more greedy financially, right? The polar opposites. There's a lot of greed. Let's talk about the ancestors again. What were they doing with the money? What were your ancestors doing with the money? Some things you know. Some things you may never know, like proof. But believe me, our ancestors lived on planet Earth. Unless they were like advanced avatars, then there were some things that happened in the ancestral lineage that were created negative karma, and it got passed down to us. So what can we do? Tip number 2. Tip number 2 is called Thiru, Neela, Kantam. It's a karma removal, simple karma removal chant, and a karma removal protocol that you could do on yourself every day. Because every day is a high probability that we are creating more negative karma unless our consciousness has shifted, unless we've gotten deep down in the consciousness to change the thoughts, to change the feelings, to change the habits. And those are hard to change unless there are like very strong, effective either hypnosis, which I don't have anything to do with, but this I do know, sound. And that's what I love about Dr. Pillai, my guru. He has taught me, he has taught hundreds and thousands of others, the seed sounds. Because sounds, the basic building is the sound that dissolve. So there's a sound that will dissolve the poverty thinking, the negative karma, and there's a sounds that will build up and create and attract wealth. So these seed sounds, these mantras, these chants assist with the dissolution, the dissolving of the negative karma. And so Thiru Neela Kantam, and I will put that in the description, and I will put a link to it. And then there's the protocol. So what's the protocol? So here's how Thiru Neela Kantam sounds. Thiru Neela Kantam, Thiru Neela Kantam, Thiru Neela Kantam, Thiru Neela Kantam. That's the way it sounds. What are you doing to accompany that? Well, you're taking a lemon or a lime, actual lime. You can use a lemon as well. And you are rubbing it on your throat, and you're seeing a blue light representing the god Shiva that is dissolving the negative karma, because the karma, according to my teacher, Dr. Pillai, is stored, a lot of it is stored in our throats, in our speech, what we're saying. Often it lands in the rest of our body as well. However, right here is where it's really concentrated. So you rub that here, Thiru Neela Kantam, Thiru Neela Kantam. The lime it's like a proxy. It's taking the negative energy. It's taking the negative karma. it's something similar to una limpieza in the Mexican tradition, in the Puerto Rican tradition, my tradition, curanderismo. It's similar to taking an egg and clearing, like rubbing it all over your body, right? It's a proxy. It takes the negative energy. Let's go back to the lime. So Thiru, Neela, Kantam, and then you're rubbing it all over your body. I put it on my eyes, on my third eye, around my head, my ears, Thiru, Neela, Kantam, back here, because you can feel a lot of stuff, a lot of stress back here. You can feel like that tension. Thiru, Neela, Kantam, on the shoulders, my arms, my hands, all around my chest, my belly, my thigh. Every aspect of my body I could reach. If I have an ache or a pain, I know there's some stuck energy, which most likely has some negative karma. And so I rub it on there, right? All over. Thiru, Neela, Kantam, Thiru, Neela, Kantam. So what do you do with that afterwards? You take it, you slice it in half. You toss the lime, perhaps in your organic bin or somewhere where you can create a compost, or else in the garbage. Try to get it out of your house as soon as possible. And you wash the knife and you wash your hands. Done. It just takes not even a minute. Just Thiru, Neela, Kantam. If you feel like there's like a lot going on with negative karma, because it shows up in different ways. Negative karma shows up as chaos, different degrees of chaos. Things not going right, relationships, money. It's just something is off, right? So Thiru, Neela, Kantam will help. There's clearing the negative karma. So you could do that often. You could do it often in a day. You could use many different limes at one time. Here's the biggie. You could do the same thing with a coconut. And if you have like a serious block and you know it has to do with negative karma, you take that coconut and you rub it, Thiru, Neela, Kantam, and then you put it over your head, you bam! You smash it against the ground, and then you collect all the pieces and you toss it. More on the coconut later. But this is one way to clear the negative money karma. So I leave you with that. Thank you so much. Wealth, royalty, consciousness. This is part 2. And I bless you. And so it is, so it is, so it is. Please subscribe, put a thumbs up, comment, share this information. It's going to help a lot of people when you share this. And do it. This is a simple protocol that you can do to clear some of the negative karma. And if you need a little extra help, because there are some who need like intensive help with ancestors, intensive help with negative karma, reach out. Let's set up a consultation, and I can help you through that. Blessings to you. I bless you with wealth, royalty, consciousness. So it is, and so it is.